Today is such a gamble because I'm on PMS and my mascara, my makeup, not waterproof. It's Halloween! I'm very hyped about Halloween. Even though I already wore this costume, it's mine forever. One day I have a black crown and I'll be my logo. Very different in the Halloween in the US or maybe like in the north and the Halloween here in Brazil. It is not as a big thing as it is in Brazil. We don't have like the trick or treats. By the way, the concept of giving out candy never really grasps my mind. But I would like to go to the things that aren't big in Brazil, like haunted houses, go trick-or-treating with the children, eat the children's candy when they're not looking. It sounds fun. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't have like trick-or-treats and all the candy when I was young, because I would eat so much fucking candy. PMS around Halloween, like I am right now. Whoa, that's that's some amount of candy I'm gonna be eating. And also glad that now people are more hyped up about Halloween when they grow up, because instead of candy, you get to have alcohol and you also get to be literally a slut. Because I went like in 2 Halloween parties, maybe 3 when I was younger, but that doesn't count because I was a minor and didn't drink. It sounds easy, right? You pick a costume, you that's Halloweeny, it's like a monster or something else. But then that's the thing, when you grow up, you find the slutty section. You come up with the question, do I dress on the outside how I am on the inside? But here's the thing, in Brazil we only have this slutty option. Not because it's some cultural thing, stereotype much. No, it's because it's spring, which in tropical countries means it's hot AF, but it's also dry. And it rains once in a while. Climate change also doesn't help that our spring. The point is, you either go slutty or you go dead. The heat will make you wish you were dead. The other party that I went, different from my most recent one, you can see something about it on my Instagram. It's different from this more recent one because I had money. So I rented a costume. It's a thing in Brazil. I don't know if it's that thing there. It's clean and everything, but you go to a place, you rent it, you don't buy it. Especially because you could buy it, but it's very, very expensive. It's cheaper to rent it, if it's washed, and then you go back, and then you give it back to the store. Anyway, I had money to do that. And of course, I went as Dark Queen because apparently that's the only thing that I'm able to do in my life. I had this arch with the head. It had a crown. It had this corset, black corset, around this skirt. I went with my, I don't know which shoes I went with. I don't really care about shoes. But here's the thing, I had to wear a number higher because I think I'm kind of tall, for the Brazilian average. And the costume was either for someone very shorter than me or for someone who's very comfortable with the bottom of their ass showing. That bottom of the ass, when you're wearing a dress and you bend over, you can feel this wind go up your shirt and you feel that bottom of your ass was like that, but without the bending. So yeah, 1 number higher so I could live my life without my ass showing. Now, the most recent, I had no fucking money. I bought these wings. I bought a crop top that said Angel. A crop top that says what the costume is.
Oh, hey, what are you supposed to be?
Read, motherfucker. And it's also slutty because the angel is reading right on the tetas, so that's what my money can buy. And I found out that I'm not a party person. I always knew that. You also knew that from the time that I went to a club. But now I discovered that I have a time limit, usually 2 to 3 hours. It's so little, and I spend my money. So I'm making it count. I'm recording this. I'm recording more, and I think I'm going to college like that. The life with wings must be so hard. I know there's nothing to do with the video except the fact that I'm wearing wings. But imagine you had actual wings recent, but you would bump into everybody all the time, and the party was bumping and then bumping another person and bumping someone.
Bump it.
Dragging things around. There are short wings. Imagine recent wings. And they're fake. Imagine real, they should hurt a lot. But I do hope to go to other Halloweeny stuff. I hope it gets bigger in Brazil. I also hope you like this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, send to people you like about parties. Anyway, I'll see you next time.